My name's Lane, and this is the story of my life. So far. I was born on December 1st, 1981 in Lafayette, Louisiana. My dad was an attorney, my mom was a housewife. I'm the middle child of three, my older brother Brian and my younger sister Lindsay. Fun fact, my sister and I are 1 year, 1 month, 1 day, 1 hour, and 12 minutes apart. As a baby, my mom says that I was really good, but lazy. I didn't walk until I was 17 years old. In school, I was neither a good kid or a bad kid. I remember in first grade, this kid named Sean taught me how to flip my eyelids. I thought this was so cool. Then, between the 3rd and 4th grade, my mom and dad decided that they wanted us to go to a Catholic school, so I switched schools. It was tough for me to make friends at first, but one day I brought the Nintendo Power Strategy Guide for Super Mario to school, and because of this strategy guide, I met some of my best friends. In the summer of 1991, I was about 9 years old, I auditioned for a community theater show of Once Upon a Clothesline at the Abbey Players in Abbeyville, Louisiana. I ended up getting the part, and I got the part of Mr. Cricket, and I was the comedy relief of the show.
Oh, Mr. Cricket! Mr. Cricket! Huh? Oh, me? Hello.
And I still to this day remember that during the curtain call, we would go on stage to take our bows. The applause always got louder for me. As a 9-year-old, I love this because it tells you that you're doing something great. But thinking back on this now, I love it because it let me know that I put a smile on somebody's face that day. In the early 90s, I remember our family taking a family vacation to California. It seemed like almost every summer we took a trip somewhere. We love to travel as a family, and I believe that our travels built a strong family bond for us. On this trip, we went to Disneyland and Universal Studios. We got to experience the Pacific Ocean for the first time. I went parasailing for the first time, and I had some great family bonding experiences. And it's these type of experiences that I want for my family and my kids. Fun fact, during this trip, there was a 7.3 on the Richter scale earthquake that I slept through. My mom was on her knees praying the rosary. Then in 1995, I was 14 years old. This is a year that I will never forget. I begged my parents to buy me my very own video camera. I don't know why I wanted one so bad. I just knew that I really wanted one. So for Christmas in 1995, to my surprise, I unwrapped a box with a Hitachi camcorder inside that ran on 8mm tapes. I filmed everything.
Oh, Dad likes Eggnog.
The apple, the honey-made graham crackers, and the eggnog. Hi, whoever's watching. Merry Christmas.
In high school, my friends and I would make videos with that old Hitachi camcorder about us being ridiculous, creating lip-sync music videos, wrestling videos, and other shenanigans.
It makes noise. Whenever he wakes up, we're gonna turn that on, make a noise.
Also, during high school, every summer, I would be a part of the summer theater show at the Abbey Players. While in high school, I got my first job. When I was being interviewed, the girl that interviewed me was having a terrible day because her friend was just killed in a car accident. But during the interview, I was able to make her smile and laugh. She called me that night and offered me the job because I was able to put a smile on her face after that tragic accident. I got a job at a clothing store called County Seat. After high school and a few jobs later, I went to college at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. My major was performing arts. I was also now working at Sears in the hardware section. One of my friends had just quit because he was going to go to LSU for college, so I filled this spot. I met a lot of friends while working at Sears, and the Sears crew would always go out for work for a bite to eat and some drinks at Bennigan's. And I met my friend Bizzo at Sears. Usually after getting drinks and eating, we would go back to his shed in his backyard, the TARDIS shed, and play computer games and make all kinds of silly videos. I asked him if he could teach me how to edit, and he told me, no, it's too much, go get a book. and he handed me a bootleg copy of some editing software. The next day, I went to a bookstore and bought the Quick Guide to Editing with Adobe Premiere 6.0. Also in 2002, I was laid off from Sears. I transferred to the rug department and they closed that down. And in October of 2002, I got a job selling jewelry at Zales. This is where I met the love of my life. We didn't really get to talk much because we worked opposite shifts, so it wasn't until the Zales Christmas party until we actually got to have a conversation. Also, somebody broke out the game of Twister and we all played, and Krista and I were the last two people on the mat, all twisted up together. The next day I invited her over to my room at my parents' house and we watched the Lord of the Rings movie because the new movie was coming out. And a few days later we went to the movies to watch the latest Lord of the Rings movie that had just been released. We loved to be together, just to talk, watch movies. We even went and saw Elton John in concert. But we really loved to go to the movies together. We saw a lot of movies. In 2003, we took our first trip together to New Orleans. And we had a really fun time there, just being with each other. Over the next year or so, we took many more trips together. We went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, so that I could meet her family. We also went to Atlanta, Georgia. I have an aunt and uncle who live there. We just had a blast traveling together. We went back to Lafayette and we watched a lot more movies together while we were finishing up college. My senior year in college was spent writing my first script for a 30-minute movie called Handicapped. Handicapped was an absurd comedy about this guy whose body was a TV on a rolling cart and how he interacted with the other characters.
Hey man, what's up?
I had a screening of it at the Acadiana Center for the Arts, and it was selected and won an audience award at the Night Gallery Film Festival. I'd planned to enter this video into more festivals, but I just didn't have the funds for all of the entry fees. In 2003 or 2004, I specifically remember my friend Bizzo tell me that the future of video is short videos that will be on the internet. I thought he was crazy, and I continued to try to pursue film while working at Zales and finishing college. While in college, my college buddies and I would put on comedy shows in Lafayette and just be goofy. One day we came up with some silly words like "a dig a douche" and "shaboomy." One of these words happened to be "shiggity shank," and for some reason that stuck with me. Fun story. So one day, me and my friends went to the mall, and we all went onto different wings of the mall. And as loud as we could, we yelled, "A dig a douche!" And then the next one would yell, "A dig a douche!" And then the next one would yell, "A dig a douche!" It was like this echoing of this really odd word. And we all grouped back up by the mall about to leave, and the security officer comes up to us and he's like, "You guys need to get out of here." After our shenanigans and finishing college in 2004, I was always looking for a way to make money with video online since my friend Bizzo told me that was the future. Also, I proposed to my girlfriend Krista in May of 2005 after dating her for 2.5 years.
Will you marry me? Show it to the camera.
Is it filming?
Mm-hmm. Want to do a reenactment?
Oh, I was looking for a frog.
Yeah, you were looking for a frog. Krista Richard. Will you marry me?
And I said, yes!
Krista and I love to travel. In 2005, we had the opportunity to go on a mission trip with a group that my college friend Dave was a part of with his family. It was my first time out of the country besides just stepping over the border in Mexico south of California from that California trip in 1993 or 94. Our first stop on this 3-week mission trip was a 9-hour layover in Frankfurt, Germany. After exploring Germany for a few hours, we got back on the plane and flew to South Africa. We spent 3 weeks in South Africa playing with the local children in the townships and engaging with the teenagers in the youth groups at one of the township's local churches. Seeing the poverty in these townships really opened my eyes to what the rest of the world was like, and it made me appreciate all the things that I had in my own life. It also was the catalyst for my wanderlust. More on that later. We returned from South Africa in July of 2005, and 3 months later, Halloween, October 31st, 2005, I discovered a website called associatedcontent.com. This was a site that would pay you for articles, photos, but most importantly for me, videos. I tested this site by uploading one of my short films from college called Bum Rushed. It was accepted and I was paid $5. On Associated Content, I found a guy making how-to videos about simple everyday tasks. So I figured I would try this to see if I could turn a buck with online video. I made horrible one-shot, no editing videos such as how to clip your toenails and how to wash a plate. These videos were horrible. I was making some money in an online video world, so I was excited because it was a step in the right direction for me. I began to search for other online video sites that I could distribute my videos to, and apparently on June 28, 2006, I made my first YouTube channel. Then tax day, April 15th, 2006, at the age of 24, Krista and I were married at Levy Park in Crowley, Louisiana. 8 months later, we moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma because Krista's parents and sisters lived there, and I thought that I wanted to become a yogi. I quickly realized that I did not want to become a yogi, and I started working for an oil and gas company as a landman. The pay was great, but the work was not what I was passionate about. I wanted to make videos. In August of 2007, I found this girl online while I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She made videos and she seemed to be doing what I wanted to be doing. She had a video called The 300-Page iPhone Bill Go Viral. By seeing what happened to iJustine, I realized the power of online video. At this time, I also discovered Shay Carl, Philip DeFranco, and Rhett and Link. I asked myself, what do people want in online video? And I figured out that how-to videos seem to do really well. In February of 2008, I uploaded The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Part 1, which was the first part of 162 Let's Play videos for this game on my channel. This first video received over 100,000 views, but then the creators of the movie Twilight claimed a copyright on it, and at the time I was trying to become a partner with YouTube, and I didn't know anything about YouTube copyright, and I wanted to monetize all of my content. So I deleted all of those videos, hoping that the copyright strike would go away. Due to this strike, it would be another 3.5 years before I became a partner on YouTube. This is also why all 162 of these videos have been deleted from that channel, and also why I started my LaneVids channel on July 31st, 2008, while on a summer road trip with my wife. Remember my wanderlust? If you don't know what wanderlust is, it's a strong desire to travel. I didn't realize I had this until that South Africa trip. But looking back on my childhood, almost every year our family would travel somewhere together, and this strengthened my belief that families that travel together create strong family bonds that help keep families together. In 2009, I started daily vlogging on that old channel with the copyright strike in the hopes that more content would help that channel receive YouTube partnership. 400 videos later, and I realized that I was not going to become a partner on that channel. And so I created a new channel, The Funny Rats, which is just a play on our last name, Fornerat. In November of 2011, I got both of my channels partnered and finally started to earn a little bit of money through online video on YouTube. 2011, I became a father. Krista and I had our first child together, Amelia. And 18 months later, we had another, Jacques. While continuing to try and make a living with my YouTube video, I also became a stay-at-home dad. My kids are everything to me. I love piquing their curiosities with all of the fun things that we do together. But most of all, I love bringing them to new places and letting them experience new things in this great big world, just as my parents did with me when we would travel as a family. In 2013, my video, How to Make a Homemade Lava Lamp, started to take off. Started to get a subscriber base. But it seems for me that YouTube is a roller coaster ride of ups and downs. I gained some traction, but but it's still hard for me to get enough views to be able to fulfill my dreams of traveling the world with my family and creating YouTube videos. One thing that I know about myself is that I'm passionate about sharing my stories with an audience through YouTube. I may shift my strategies a lot because I'm such a curious person, but I will never give up on achieving my dreams. I believe that with the right amount of patience, work, and opportunity, you can make anything happen for yourself. It's just a matter of persistence. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I love sharing it with you guys. And if you want to continue to follow our story, make sure to click that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you watching my videos as it gets me closer to my dreams with each view. So seriously, thank you so much. Let me know down in the comments below, what was your favorite part about my story? Or if you want me to elaborate on something in an upcoming video, let me know that as well. And if you're new here, this YouTube channel is all about family travel and how to create a bond with your family through travel. We do family travel vlogs, travel product reviews, and other fun family videos. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and thanks for being shiggity shank!